A Premiership title slipped agonisingly out of Arsene Wenger's grasp last season. Bitter disappointment replaced by fierce determination. Inspiration coming from their Frenchmen. Robert Pires and Patrick Vieira have underlined their commitment with new contracts. Add the goals of Thierry Henry and it remains a frightening mix. First up, David Moyes' Everton, who ended the Gunners' unbeaten start to last season with a bit of genius from the boy wonder. What magic does Wayne Rooney have in store for us today? There's no other day quite like this one. As a new season dawns, optimism abounds, dreams to be realised or crushed. For Arsenal, it's all about going one better than last season. The Premiership trophy is their goal. For Everton, a continuation of their steady improvement under David Moyes, and having just missed out last season, a European place should be within their reach this time. Welcome to Highbury, Arsenal against Everton. It's a warm afternoon in North London. It's a full house, as it should be. Good following from the northwest. The blue half of Merseyside have travelled in number, and the Arsenal fans here once again expecting their team to push Manchester United all the way for the title. But of course, with the summer spending across London of Chelsea, there could well be a fresh challenge from that part of London. It was a fortress for them last season, Arsenal. Highbury, 15 wins, just 2 defeats in their 19 games. Although, of course, their last game here was one of those defeats against Leeds United when somehow the script went horribly wrong, and those Arsenal fans have been licking their wounds over the summer. Somehow, that 11-point lead that they held earlier in the season over Manchester United was tossed away, and the Premiership crown headed north yet again. Arsene Wenger still claims that his team was the best around last season, despite the fact that they only finished up with the FA Cup for their trouble. Claims that Arsenal played the better football, with a more attractive team to watch, and will point to the fact that they scored the most goals in the Premiership with 85 to their name. But his old friend up the road, Sir Alex Ferguson, will point out that they finished up with a trophy again. Twice in the last 6 years Arsenal have had it. On the other occasions it's been Manchester United. And what a boost it is that that man there, Patrick Vieira, has committed his future long-term to Arsenal. A sign that he believes that this club can go on to become not only the dominant force in England, but also across Europe. Well, let's have a look at the two teams for you. For Arsenal, mixed news on the injury front. Freddie Ljungberg has overcome his shoulder problem. He starts, but Martin Keown is still feeling his hamstring, so he has to make do with a place on the bench. Sylvain Wiltord is preferred to Dennis Bergkamp up front. It means a debut in goal for summer signing Jens Lehmann, £1.5 million purchase from Borussia Dortmund. And Kolo Touré continues in the absence of Martin Keown in the heart of the defence. Maybe the first day of the season, but already early problems for David Moyes. Duncan Ferguson suspended for the opening 3 games. Captain Kevin Campbell sidelined for a month with a hamstring injury. And Wayne Rooney has an ankle problem, but does make the bench. That is a boost. It means that young Nick Chadwick is up front in only his 13th senior appearance for Everton. He'll play alongside Thomas Radzinski. Otherwise, it's a familiar-looking side that Everton put out on the opening day. But a welcome return to Highbury for their goalkeeper, Richard Wright, who, when he was here, won a Premiership winners' medal. The talk of the town at the moment, Patrick Vieira. So many Arsenal fans were concerned that he would move on. And there is Nick Chadwick, just 20 years of age. We say he's young, but of course he's 3 years senior than the boy wonder Wayne Rooney. Chadwick has scored a few goals in friendlies leading up to the start of the season, 5 in total, including 1 last weekend against Bologna. Tobias Linderoth might be slightly surprised to see him in the Everton side from the start-up, but he also has impressed in the friendlies. And Lee Tier, despite having committed himself to a long-term deal at Everton, finds himself on the bench. There is the man that has been picked to fill the gloves of David Seaman, if you like. German international, 16 caps to his name, Jens Lehmann. 33 years of age, so he's seen it and done it. Been involved in World Cups and European Championships. And we sincerely hope that that man will be in future years. He's had a pretty drastic haircut in the summer months, but already an easily recognisable figure, Wayne Rooney. Many of his appearances last season were as substitutes. 19 times he came off the bench in the Premiership, only 14 starts. Thierry Henry, Arsenal's leading goal scorer last season. And what impact is he about to have on the new season? Mark Halsey, today's referee, will get us underway. Checks to make sure that both teams have just got the allotted 11. No extra bodies have sneaked on. And off we go. The 165th meeting between Arsenal and Everton in the top flight. That is a record. There's never been a goalless draw between these sides at Highbury. And let's hope that that particular record remains intact this afternoon. Lehmann's first touch. Away by Stubbs. Pires. Wiltord. Stubbs across. Early teasing centre. Thornburgh went up. It's away by Gravesen, but no distance in that clearance. Gravesen again. Looking for Chadwick, who at the tail end of last season had a month on loan at Derby County in the First Division. Failed to find the net in 6 games. But prior to Wayne Rooney's dramatic emergence at Goodison, he was the one much was expected of in the forward department. Gilberto. Ashley Cole. Perez happy to go infield to Gilberto once more. Long ball again, trying to release Henry. Should be easy for Unsworth. It's a poor headed clearance. Ljungberg, everything to his left. It's fallen for Ljungberg again. Just wouldn't quite run for the Swede in the vital moment there. Just bobbles away from him there. And Unsworth will be relieved that he didn't put in a firm challenge there. He mistimed it. He could be looking at a penalty early on. It's been a fantastic recovery from those damaged ankle ligaments less than a month ago. Usually it'll be at least 4 to 5 weeks. He's back within 3 weeks. Campbell. Perez. It's a bit short. Everton haven't won at Highbury since January 1996, when a former Everton player, Bruce Rioch, was the Arsenal manager. Graham Stewart and Andrei Kanchelskis were their scorers on that afternoon. Since then, Arsenal have won 7 on the bounce. This is Lauren. Torre back for Lehmann. Seems to be able to clear with either foot the new Arsenal keeper. Watson sending Cole tumbling. Ljungberg. Perez made the run. It's away by Yobo. Again short by Unsworth. Thornburgh just stopped in his tracks by Mark Pembridge. David Unsworth's 11th season at Everton. 11 seasons in 2 spells. Roberto. Wiltord taking it away from Perez. Might line one up here. Well, the first shot of the day, and let's hope they improve. There's just one thing on his mind here: get his body in the right position to try and get the drive in towards goal. As it is, it just troubled the people in the executive boxes above that goal. Pembridge. Now it's his turn to try his luck. First save of real note by Jens Lehmann in an Arsenal shirt. Noticeable already that Watson is doubling up on Robert Perez. Everton trying just to crowd him out on that left-hand side of the park. It's Vieira coming forwards. Henry, Everton's offside trap working on that occasion. Get a view of it from this position. It's tight. I think we'll give the assistant referee the benefit of the doubt. Strength there by Toure to hold off Radzinski. On by Henry. Now Wiltord. Unsworth first to it. Radzinski. Well, already the pattern is emerging. Everton can't get the ball. And Arsenal settling into their stride. Pistoni can't find Radzinski. Trying to shake off Vieira and find Gravesen. Radzinski to his right. Need some bodies in the middle. And Chadwick is there! Good save by Lehmann. It isn't away yet though. Pembridge still has half opportunity. Unsworth. Now Gravesen. Plenty of blue shirts in and around that penalty area. Well, who would have thought that Everton would have the first real attempt at goal? Pistoni. Gravesen. Crowd have gone quiet. Vieira has gone down awkwardly. Nick Chadwick, the 20-year-old, almost putting Everton in front from Radzinski's centre. And Lehmann's left boot denies him. Well, Vieira looks in some trouble here. Gary Lewin, the physio, is on swiftly to administer treatment. Pretty clear what the problem is, exactly how it occurred. Quite sure at the moment. Went in to challenge Pistoni. Whether or not there was some kind of follower through by the Italian, not sure. So Everton encouraged by that attempt by Chadwick, with a chance to test Lehmann once more. Pembridge and Gravesen over it. It'll be Pembridge to deliver. It's away by Campbell. Flag was up anyway. Elsewhere in the Premier League today, Leicester, one of the new teams, one of the promoted teams, have just gone in front against Southampton. A Paul Dickoff penalty. As we just watch once more how Radzinski picked out Chadwick, or rather Chadwick just made that ball his, got there ahead of Lauren. But for Lehmann, Everton would be in front. Chadwick on the shoulder of Campbell. Vieira back on the pitch and looks okay. And there he is. It's a bit loose, cleared by Watson. Away by Cole. Everton's finish of 7th last season was their best in 7 years, but not quite good enough for a European spot. As Watson turns it over, again Chadwick is in there. A confident take by Lehmann. And so far so good for the new Arsenal goalkeeper. Lara. Gilberto. Thornburgh. Same for Perez. Didn't quite read it initially. Cole does well. Now Perez with a bit of room in which to operate, but Radzinski got back well, although not well in the eyes of Mark Halsey. Felt that the Canadian international tripped the French international. So Arsenal's turn to threaten from the free kick. And Richard Wright, who season before last was the Arsenal keeper for much of the season, has to await a free kick. It's a 3-man wall. Is Henry going to go for glory from this distance and this angle? Well, he did, you know. It's not too far off. Hit with pace. Just one thing in his mind. Easily around the wall. And in the end, not enough dip. Richard Wright's positioning looked as though he'd got it covered anyway. Bargy between Toure and Chadwick. The Arsenal man comes through. Chadwick seems to have bulked out since the back end of last season. Certainly gave as good as he got there. Looking to release the pace of Radzinski. Just gets there ahead of Cole. Now Watson. Radzinski only reaches Thornburgh. Second touch wasn't the best, but he's still got possession. Forced wide to Viltord. Henry is there. Yobo does enough. Bastoni has to follow suit, but Perez has it back for Arsenal. This is Henry. How many blue shirts are around him quickly? Good defending by Everton. No surprise there. Much of the secret of their success is their ability to put in the hard work, never give up anything, defend well as a unit. This is Gravesen. Hasn't scored away from home, Thomas Gravesen, and with shooting like that, you're not that surprised. Just 5 in his Everton career, all of them at Goodison. Sought by Cole. Again, Lehmann shows his confidence. Watson. Stopped by Vieira. Pembridge. Gravison. This is Unsworth. Stubbs. Oh, and seizing it for Arsenal. Ahead of him, Viltord and Henry. Committed challenge by Stubbs, and it's a free kick in a dangerous position. Overcommitted himself, the Everton captain. Stretched a little bit too much, and there's definite contact. No yellow card, just a stern lecture from Mark Halsey. But punishment might come in another form. Look how many blue shirts are back behind that ball. 4 in the wall at the moment, plus another 4 in the penalty area. 1 on the line, then the goalkeeper. I'll make that 10. Henry went close from a much more acute angle earlier. This is more straightforward. I want to leave it for Perez and fool everybody. Richard Wright should know something about their techniques from his time at Arsenal. It will be Henry. And for the second time, it's off target by the Frenchman. Easily dealt with by Stubbs. Chadwick is proving a real handful for Torre at the moment. Gravison battling to regain possession away from Vieira. And wins himself the free kick. The Arsenal fans none too happy about that. Vieira offers no complaint. Elsewhere, Leicester have got a second against Southampton. Les Ferdinand with his first goal for his latest club. Fulham 0, Middlesbrough 1 is the latest score from Loftus Road. Marinelli for the visitors there. Here, as you can see, 0-0. Best chance falling Everton's way. But for this man, Lehmann. The Arsenal goalkeeper thought that he was fouled there by the man he denied, Nick Chadwick, in the 6th minute. Well, I think that Chadwick had every right to go for that ball. The goalkeeper did not have control of it. First corner goes Everton's way. All could want to deal with. Across the 6-yard box. Well, he came for it, but was nowhere near it, was it? In the end, it's come off Vieira, and that really should be Everton's second corner. Gravison. Vieira. Brilliant stuff away from Gravison. On for Ljungberg. Just had to stretch a bit. Claren. Henry wants it short and gets it short. Inside the box. Good pullback. Just ahead of Sylvain Wiltord. Bastoni does all that he could, which is turn it away for a corner. First real sign we've had of Henry in the box. A bag of tricks. Nobody gambled. of Stubbs. Couldn't keep the header down. Good delivery. Wright came and then went back. For Thornburgh. Let's work with the strong challenge. Henbridge with a strong challenge. Vieira. And Campbell. Cole to his left. Away cheapened by Everton. Gilberto. Same sin committed by Arsenal. Lauren. Vieira. Good space for Lauren. He's got Pires to his left. Should he go that way? In the end, I think he was put in two minds. Here is Pires. Again, Watson and Pistoni doubling up against him. Yobo's clearance finds Radzinski. An awful lot of blue shirts up in support, predictably. And in the end, he runs out of pitch. Thomas Radzinski, Everton's leading goal scorer last season with 11 to his name, all in the Premiership. Fulham have got an equaliser at Loftus Road. Marley, the goal scorer there, 1 each against Middlesbrough. And Blackburn are in front against Wolves at Ewood Park. And it's one of their summer signings. And Russo has got that goal. So Blackburn 1, Wolves 0, Leicester 2, Southampton 0, Fulham 1, Middlesbrough 1 elsewhere this afternoon. Driven cross by Unsworth. The fall as far as Radzinski. And power in the shot. Minutes gone of this Barclaycard English Premier League game, and I think David Moyes will be more than happy with the way things are going. Arsenal haven't forced a save from his goalkeeper. The best chance has gone Everton's way. His team continues to work hard, and don't forget, as I'm sure you won't, that he's still got Wayne Rooney up his sleeve for the last 20 minutes or so. Shouldn't be forgotten, he scored on this ground last season, one of his 6 Premiership strikes. Pires. Looking for Henry. Wright got enough of a touch on it to help it on its way. Yobo completes the tidying up operation. Linderoth. Unsworth. From one side of the field, back the other. The most accurate of balls by Unsworth. Has gone. Not Housey in a good position to spot whether or not that touched the arm or the chest. Goes against Graberson. Lauren. Thornburgh. Arsenal just trying to create an opening. Still might get in here. In the end, Unsworth does just enough to put off Ljungberg. And we'll just see the bit of strapping there on his shoulder. Just to the left-hand side of his neck, where he's had that problem this week. Graberson clears. Radzinski is caught offside. Arsenal, of course, set off on a cracking pace this time last season. Unbeaten in their opening 9 games, with 7 wins 2 draws. And of course, they came up against Everton and a certain Wayne Rooney at Goodison Park in October, who stopped them in their tracks. Good work by Henry. Can't quite find Ljungberg. Brzezinski. Gravesen. Campbell across. Campbell looking to impress at Mann, Sven-Göran Eriksson, who later today announces his squad for the friendly against Croatia at Ipswich on Wednesday. I thought there's any doubt that Campbell will be in that squad. Down for Gravesen. Gilberto can't get back at him. It's a great run by Gravesen. Wonderful run. Campbell caught him, and is that a goal-scoring opportunity? Will this be a red card? Mark Halsey having a good long think about it, but wonderful skill by Gravesen. Away from Gilberto, away from Toure. Campbell certainly caught him. Arsenal will point at the fact that Cole was there, but it doesn't matter. It's a red card for Sol Campbell, and after all the controversy of the Community Shield at Cardiff last week, more for Sol Campbell this afternoon. Campbell dismissed on 25 minutes, Arsenal down to 10 men, and it's a headache for Arsene Wenger. Let's have another look. Away from Gilberto, that challenge should have been better. Campbell definitely caught him, but you can see that Cole was close to Gravesen. Lauren was across as well, and I think that Wenger will probably argue the case later on, but it doesn't matter. He's off. Mark Halsey will not be Arsene Wenger's favourite referee. Sent off Sol Campbell before, famously. So, a controversial twist on the opening day of the new Premiership season. And who's to say Everton won't capitalise further? It's a golden opportunity for them, isn't it? Down to 10 men. Lehmann wants 5 of those 10 in the wall. It was Gravesen's run that caused the damage. And he is over the ball, but Stubbs is there too, and generally it's the Everton number 4, the captain, that tends to strike these. Didn't score that many. Here he goes. True to form, it strikes the wall. Stayed up for the corner though. Everton's second. And Arsenal desperate just to resist this bit of pressure. It's away by Perez of all people. Pembridge thought about knocking it in early. Instead, it's Gravesen with a better angle. It's away by Gilberto. And it's another Everton corner. Arsenal just needing to stand firm for the next 5 minutes or so. Looking a little bit shell-shocked at the moment. Martin Keown off the bench down beneath us, warming up. Ready-made sub, of course. The centre of the Arsenal defence, who would be the sacrificial lamb to enable that substitution. Stubbs still in the box. Pembridge's corner, nowhere near to him. Stayed down, it's Watson. Oh, he went for glory. Felt that he could get it first time. Was aware that Lehmann was coming out to meet him. Gravesen Look at the way Everton are dominating possession in the last 5 minutes. It's all blue at the moment. It's Radzinski, away by Gilberto. Perez can't keep it in. Everton certainly in the ascendancy, but they will know that this is the ideal chance that before the game they may well have felt wouldn't have come their way, a chance to put Arsenal on the rack at home. Yobo. Ball for Unsworth. It counts. Everton need to keep possession, need to work Arsenal, need to make that extra man pay, but there is Martin Keown. Hamstring problem has to be put to the back of his mind right now, as Arsene Wenger needs him. Arsenal need him. Easy for Yobo. Just to go back to who might come off, it could well be Sylvain Wiltord. Just a glimpse of the board down beneath us. Watson seemed to get tugged a bit by Cole. Arsenal will be grateful for the chance to just to relieve some of this pressure that has come their way and bring on Martin Keown. It is indeed Sylvain Wiltord that makes way. This is why Keown has had to be brought on. With this challenge by Campbell, definite kick on the knee of Gravesen, but there are the two Arsenal defenders who, I suppose you could argue, were about to close him down. As I said earlier, I'm sure that that is a point that Arsene Wenger will make at the end of the game. But that is still some 60 minutes away. Perez. So let's just try and work out how Arsenal will reshape. Will they stay with 4 men in midfield, or will Ljungberg be asked to get in and help Henry, who's going on a terrific run here? Yobo with the tackle. Arsenal fans claim the penalty. Halsey, the referee, couldn't have been better placed. Plenty of blue in that penalty area, and one of those is Gravesen, who clears. Perez couldn't control, unusually for him. Passed down by Ljungberg. Completely away from Pembridge. Gravesen after him now. Stubbs gets in the way. Thornburgh settles for the throw. Appeared to be a foul throw, but not spotted. Vieira. Perez. Here's an opportunity if he can let one go. It's fallen for Henry. It might fall for Perez. And Yobo will clear. Perez tumbled momentarily, but as you can clearly see, saying to the referee that no, it wasn't because of the challenge. Lost my balance. Certainly wasn't a dive. Great play. Look at this little pass on by Henry. Fell for Perez, and desperate challenges going in. Well, it might be goalless, but we've got a real game on our hands here at Highbury. Arsenal almost playing with a handicap, if you like. Down to 10 against 11-man Everton. Let's see if they're good enough to beat them even with one man down. Stubbs clears. Chadwick does enough to help it on to Radzinski. Too far for Watson, but Pistoni is coming forwards from the back. Linderoth. Pembridge and Unsworth. And Keown to tidy up for Arsenal. Blackburn have a second goal against Wolverhampton. Thompson with that second goal. Amoruso with the first. Leicester 2 up over Southampton. Fulham 1-1 with Middlesbrough. Ljungberg looking to release Henry. In behind Stubbs. Did that strike the arm? It did, and it's a penalty. Halsey now favoured around Highbury. Again, good positioning, and he got a clear view of that, and Henry's trickery has earned Arsenal a penalty kick. Well, they'll have faced each other, no doubt, on the training ground in the past. What can Richard Wright remember of those occasions? Making himself as big as possible. Henry tucks it away with customary aplomb. Henry is on his way again, so too perhaps Arsenal. First of the season for the Frenchman, and counting. Right sent the wrong way. Actually, it wasn't far off right down the middle, was it? One of those that, had the goalkeeper stood where he was, he may well have been able to kick it away. So Arsenal down to 10 men, but in front. Kind of thing that champions are made of. Weathered the storm, and there was a storm for some 5 minutes, wasn't there? But now they're in front. And once again, a Highbury meeting between these two teams delivers at least a goal. It's Radzinski who's down. He has treatment. The game goes on, 10 against 10. Interesting to see what Everton's game plan will be now. They're happy to invite Arsenal onto them, defend in depth and hit them on the counter-attack. Certainly prior to Campbell, that was the game plan, as Wayne Rooney goes on the first of his limbering up exercises up the touchline. Just in case Radzinski's injury proves a serious one. Ideally, David Moyes won't really want to introduce his 17-year-old starlet until the latter part of the second half, I wouldn't have thought. So on the opening day of the Barclaycard English Premier League, Arsenal are in front again through this man Henry. Yobo for company once again. Ljungberg trying to get away from Gravison. Vieira, Cole to his left. This is Perez. He looks for Cole. Good backtracking by Watson. Looks a bit casual. Ljungberg for Perez. Good football by Arsenal. This is Cole. Ljungberg with a bit of space. Teases over the centre. Perez with a flick on. Too fine a glance in the end by Robert Perez. Delicious football by Arsenal. A yard away from Stubbs and Yobo. And right, just reminding his central defenders that they've got to be tighter than that. Cannot give Perez that kind of room. Certainly cannot give Thierry Henry that kind of room. Well, again, Mark Halsey couldn't have been better positioned, could he, for that decision? He was almost in the tackle himself. Cole. Pires. Blocked by Watson. The error in there first for Arsenal, making the ball his. Tells Cole to get on forward. Henry has dropped square. Here is Cole, cleared by Yobo. Still Gilberto getting in there swiftly for Arsenal. Winning the 50-50s now, the home team. Henry, the goal scorer. Faced by 2. There's no urgency, it's keep ball time. Here's Lowen. Last 5 minutes possession, it's been Arsenal the dominant side. Remember earlier we showed you Everton in charge of that particular statistic. Just how well Arsenal come back at them. Look how easily they're keeping the ball now. Arsenal happy to retain possession, try and work the opening. It's Gilberto. Everybody backing away from it. It's off Henry, and it's behind. But all of a sudden, Everton can't get close to Arsenal. First 20 minutes, they were snapping in the tackles. There it just opened up for Gilberto. Not an awful lot to aim for. Winning it back for Everton. Gravison getting the boos from the home crowd for his involvement in Campbell's sending off. Watson snapping at his heels. Pistone snapping at the heels a bit too much there. Gravison sent sprawling. Has to be a yellow card. The first yellow card of the season for the Arsenal captain. It's really an easy decision to make for referee Halsey. Nowhere near the ball. Away from Stubbs. This is Pembridge picking up the loose ball. Unsworth. Gravison with Pistone to his right. Radzinski. Cole closing him down. Vieira across there as well, cutting out the pass to Linderoth. And Everton forced to go back to Richard Wright, and this with an extra man. Bounce for Watson. Can Everton capitalise with Radzinski? Well, the deflection took it up and over. Worth a snapshot from Radzinski. It got caught up a bit with Ashley Cole. It was a fortunate bounce for Everton. Watson did well, and then it came off Chadwick and over the crossbar. Pretty level in terms of goal attempts. Arsenal's only shot on target was the goal. Radzinski. Again, it's off an Arsenal player and favours Everton. Linderoth. Looking for Pembridge. The early ball across. Guillaume deals with it. Chadwick was on his shoulder. Not a bad man to have up your sleeve if you lose your England international Sol Campbell. Put on the former England international Martin Keown. I think that Arsenal will just be happy just to make sure that it's still 1-0 at the break. It's all surprised to see a bit of keep ball between now and the half-time whistle from the men in red and white. Raymond hasn't read that particular part of the script. Everton have the ball back with Unsworth. That's poor. Stoney. And again, Chadwick, collected by Cole. Just a buzz goes up around the ground when Henry gets the ball, wherever he is on the pitch. Stubbs away the penalty for Unsworth. Yobo made his move to Everton permanent in the summer months. The ball's forward now from Everton, lacking any quality. Successful year on loan last season from Marseille. Could have actually joined Arsenal, Joseph Yobo, when he moved up to Goodison Park. He had a better opportunity of first team football at Goodison rather than Highbury. We're going to have 2 minutes of added time at the end of this first half. And it's a game that's ebbed and flowed so far. Chances at a premium. Arsenal have taken the one that's come their way, and here's Ljungberg again trying to cause further danger. Wriggles away from Pendridge, who blocks the cross from Lauren. Well, looking at it right now, you wouldn't think that Arsenal were one man short. They have more than matched Everton. A dodgy spell for about 5 minutes after Campbell went off, but since then they have more than matched Everton for work rate. And they've got that all-important goal through Thierry Henry. Chadwick's flick on. Razinski collects. They're so isolated, the two front Everton players. Just behind Gilberto. This is Linderoth for Everton. Razinski. Gravison. It's a bit short. Henry onto it swiftly. Gilberto to his right. This could be game over if this one goes in. And a rush of blood to the head by Gilberto. Knows he should have done better. Just to keep it a beat. What's Gravison thinking of? Henry's so swift to capitalise. There's the ball. Go on, help yourself. Gilberto couldn't. A man that's never scored in the Premiership or at Highbury. That kind of effort, I doubt he ever will. That's the end of the first half. The first half in which Mark Halsey has reduced Arsenal to 10 men and awarded Arsenal a penalty which was tucked away with consummate ease by Thierry Henry. And at half-time at Highbury on the opening day, it's Arsenal who lead Everton by a goal to nil. So you can probably make out from that particular picture that Wayne Rooney is not on from the start of the second half. In fact, neither team have made any changes during the half-time break. Personally, not too surprised. I mean, obviously Arsenal weren't going to make any changes. They don't need to. Whether or not Everton will make a change early in the second half remains to be seen, but they'll certainly need something just to pep up their strike force. I'm sure Rooney will come on at some stage. No doubt about the chief talking point in that first half, the sending off of Sol Campbell. The penalty, well, that lot certainly aren't going to argue about it. It was a definite penalty if you're an Arsenal fan. I don't think even many Everton fans would have complained too much. Clear use of the arm by Alan Stubbs, well spotted by Halsey. That's why Arsenal are in front as we go into the second half. Everton to get us underway. Somehow they've got to get some extra quality in the final third. Apart from that effort from young Nick Chadwick in the 6th minute, Jens Lehmann, the new Arsenal goalkeeper, hasn't really been that troubled. Everton have to make that extra man pay. Still his early ball forwards, easily dealt with by Kolo Touré. Robinson on for Chadwick, good first touch. Now Watson faced by Cole. Cole forcing him into a cul-de-sac. Good defending work by the Arsenal and England fullback. Alan Kirbishley, the Charlton manager. Charlton don't start their Premiership campaign until tomorrow. It's quite a diluted Saturday afternoon programme today. 3 games tomorrow. A couple of early kickoffs today. Watson. And again away from Vieira. Lowen had plenty of time. As does Kieran. Well, Arsenal caught offside there, and they couldn't have been much more than 5 yards inside the Everton half. Everton pushing up. Almost Arsenal fashion of the late 80s in a line. Watson momentarily looked like he was getting beyond Cole, right in front of the Everton fans, who, like Watson, felt he was just tugged back a bit by the England defender. This is Vieira trying to run away from Pistone. Pistone did enough. Gilberto, Vieira and Perez. Cole. Pistone. It's that long ball forward, cleared by Cole. Now Vieira. Gilberto. Looking to release Henry. Yovo spotted it. For Pembridge. It's a scrappy start to this second half. Now the team seemingly able to get their foot on it. It's a little bit tight. Pistone. Watson. Cole with the challenge. Gilberto. And now Henry, Ljungberg to his right, Perez to his left, showed too much to Yobo. Cole. Perez, got a bit of room, and running at Yobo. Pistone is back there as well for Everton, and between them, the Everton defenders tidy up, but at the cost of a corner. Ray Parr now warming up down beneath us. Dennis Bergkamp and Franny Jeffers also on the Arsenal bench, along with the reserve goalkeeper Stuart Taylor. Martin Kuhnert from the back for the corner. Hasn't scored for many a year. Perhaps he fancies it against his former club. Henry to deliver. Kuhnert was the target. Stubbs did enough. Martin Kuhnert, of course, had a spell at Everton before rejoining Arsenal in 1993. And Stubbs needed to be there. Chadwick continues to run miles up front for Everton. Finding Gravison. Width supplied by Pistone, but not a decent cross, I'm afraid. Linderoth. It's all a bit predictable from Everton, just 50 minutes into the season. Long balls in towards the penalty area. It's not really troubling Arsenal. Here's Henry at the other end, taking on Yobo for pace. Yobo has pace, needed it. Actually, wins Everton a goal kick. Must have come off Henry last. Ever since the sending off of Sol Campbell, with the change that Arsene Wenger brought about, i.e. to take off Wiltord and put on Keown, Henry is on his own up front. But hasn't let it affect him at all. This is Pires, again finding room. Arsenal shouldn't be able to do that against a team that has one-man advantage. It's Pires going himself. He's forced wide by Yobo. Unsworth across there as well. Everton do well. This is Lauren. Pires shaking off Gravison, looking for Henry, and Pistone. Again, the last man just tidying up as Henry trying to get in on his shoulder. Oh, it's worn out. We've been playing only 51 minutes. Arsenal winning the corner count, 4-3. Everton certainly have more bodies back than Arsenal have forward. Sometimes that can just add to the confusion in your own penalty area. And it does on this occasion, but it's narrowly wide. Vieira got up so well, and well, David Moyes will surely look at the number of blue shirts in there and say, look, there are 2 red shirts in there to begin with, and then Vieira gets free, and he has no right to do that. Pistone. Vieira back there from one end of the pitch to the other. So such a crucial component of this Arsenal side. Gravison. Not a good ball. Given away cheaply. Getting himself in a bit of a tangle. Arsenal, crisp. First touch, football. Ashley Cole. Pistone again getting there ahead of Henry. Gravison. Pistone. On for Chadwick, who's made a good run. And looked for the corner and got it off Toure. It's a short corner for Pistone. It's the centre line, not good. So we'll have to do it all over again. Mark Pembridge in front of the Everton supporters in that corner of the ground. Again, Pistone has a bit of space. Wayne Rooney is getting ready to come on down beneath us. David Moyes has seen enough. Pembridge to deliver the corner. Away by Keown. Not once, but probably twice. Good work by the Arsenal man. And Lauren finds Toure. And Weimer to find halfway. And beyond. Pistone. Looks like it's going to be Radzinski to make way for Wayne Rooney. Haven't noticed that he's taken a knock as Watson gets in behind Cole. Toure initially looked as though he was going to be able to deal with it, but couldn't. And that's the man who's about to come off that wins it back for Everton. In goes the cross, headed away by Toure after his earlier error. Thornburgh just using his hand there to try and stop the ball reaching Unsworth. Not happy about something that happened. Well, there is Wayne Rooney and his manager David Moyes. Felt that it would be around about the hour mark before we saw him. Challenge that was. Gilberto getting right to the feet of Gravesen, and now Arsenal trying to hit Everton on the counter. Vieira for Henry, couldn't quite pick out Perez in the middle. And again, it's Pistone that defends well for Everton. How swiftly they break forwards, Arsenal. You can see exactly what Henry is trying to do, just curl it across into the path of Perez. Pistone didn't let him. Henry's corner. Easy for Wright. Looking for Radzinski. Cole more than equal to it. Showed too much to Gravesen. And here's Radzinski again. Chadwick in the middle if he can find him. Others arriving now. Goes himself! Wonder how far away he was. Cole guilty of dwelling on the ball in a dangerous area. Really didn't have too much to aim for, Radzinski. Chadwick wanted it square, but there was 3 Arsenal players plus the goalkeeper in between Chadwick and the goal. It's Linderoth that's making way for Rooney. So 57 minutes gone, and the boy wonder is back on the Premiership stage. And Sven-Göran Eriksson suddenly wakes up in the warmth. Thornburgh. Perez. Faced by Pistone. Thornburgh with a chance to cross. Instead it's Vieira with a chance to shoot. Might fall for Perez. Might fall for Henry. Good effort, good save, but it's going to go in, is it? No saved. Perez! It's 2-0. And Robert Perez celebrates his new contract at Highbury with a second goal moments after Rooney's arrival for Everton. Well, they're all lining up to have a shot. Henry hit his with blistering pace. What a good save by Wright. And then somehow he blocked Vieira's effort, but Perez was not to be denied. And Arsenal now 2 in front. And even with Rooney on the pitch, surely it's going to be a 3-point start for the team that finished second in the Premiership race last season. Got back well. And here's Watson. Well, if it was going to be difficult for Wayne Rooney to make a difference at 1-0, how much more difficult is it now at 2-0 down? Radzinski. Gravesen. Unsworth. Good clearance by Cole. Watson was just behind him. Approaching the hour mark in this Barclaycard English Premier League tie opening day, and so far so good for Arsene Wenger, despite the sending off of Sol Campbell. Robert Pires opens his account for the season. Arsenal 2 up and making light work of being 1 man down. Not quite how he planned the substitution in terms of the impact it would have. Watson still battling, led by Gilberto. And as far as Gravison, it's a long searching ball that's picked out Unsworth. Good control, Rooney's first touch. Now Pembridge. Unsworth again. Radzinski. Now Rooney. As far as Pires. Vieira in there ahead of Gravison. This is where Arsenal are looking so dangerous in the second half on the counter-attack with Pires. Not a lot ahead of him. Notice that Henry had checked infield. Vieira. Every Arsenal touch cheered. Everton's formation at the moment with the introduction of Rooney. Looks like they're effectively playing 3 up front with Radzinski, Chadwick and Rooney all up there. Means there's space in midfield, space for Ljungberg. Henry with Yobo across. And who's going to win this tussle? Gravison needed to help out. And Henry proves that he can tackle as well. None too pleased with House's decision as to that being a throw in Everton's way. Blackburn have got a 3rd goal. At home to Wolves, it's a troubled start for the Premiership new boys in all gold. And it's another new boy, Brett Emerson, that's got the goal there. Amaruso, Thompson and Emerton. Here 2-0 to Arsenal, and Arsenal looking comfortable. Gravison. Confident play by Cole. Gravison again though for Everton. Stoney. Gravison. Bastoni. Doesn't seem to be any real threat from Everton at the moment, but hold on a moment. Bastoni's cross, poor one. See if Watson can do any better. No, he gives it back to Bastoni. It's easy for Toure to clear. Doesn't seem that much belief in the Everton team at the moment that they can score. It's a little bit hopeful. Probably why David Moyes is reportedly prepared to plunge into the transfer market later this week. Chadwick looking for Radzinski. He's lowering him away. And now Ljungberg. Moyes close to completing the signing of Sean Davies from Fulham this week. And possibly the signing of a former Everton player, currently on the bench for Arsenal, Franny Jeffers. At the moment, that is just speculation, but comes from a good source. Arsenal get themselves a free kick. Good work by Henry, just teasing Yobo into the challenge. Gets it back off Thornburgh. Getting back at him was Rooney. Arsenal's free kick. Rooney felt it was a fair challenge. Just, of course, his left ankle. What can Henry conjure up here? Terrific save by Wright from Vieira. What a save. Point-blank range. And the Arsenal captain denied by the agility of the Everton keeper. May well have come off Stubbs right at the end. And Wright got a good firm hand on it. Again, Wright needing to be at his most alert. So picked out Grabberson. Looks for Razinski. Grabberson again. Fall for Rooney. Faced by Ljungberg. Ljungberg does enough. Unsworth to knock it back in there. Watson with the header. Arsenal needing to get it away, and Perez does precisely that. Henry again offside, about 3 yards inside the Everton half. So Everton's last throw of the dice, it seems. A couple of changes. Mark Pembridge making way. Gary Naismith coming on for Pembridge. David Unsworth is also coming off. That means Lee Dia, the man with 79 caps for China, makes his first Premiership appearance of the season. Gravis. Everton needs something quickly, and they might just get it, but it's a simple header in the end for Weimer to deal with. Naismith with his first touch, almost producing a dramatic goal. Dear. Horribly short. Steve McManaman, another player that David Moyes has been linked with. Certainly on today's evidence needs a bit more flair in this side. Flair that this guy has in abundance. Perez to Henry, faced by Pistoni. Will he take him on? Big Tier does enough. Everton bring it away with Gravis. Chadwick. Pistoni. ironic applause from the Everton fans as referee Halsey gives what they feel is a rare free kick their way. Another change for Arsenal. Ray Parlour is getting stripped off. Over 400 appearances for Arsenal in his time here. And another one just to add to the list. Any second now. Robert Pires, scorer of that second goal, is the man making way. Not a bad way to conclude a week in which you've committed yourself to Highbury for another 3 years. A big cheer for Ray Parlour from the home support. So he's going to play on the right-hand side of the midfield, with Thornburgh just dropping into where Pires has been operating, which has been left-hand side and occasional just behind Henry. There is Parlour. Early introduction to the action, and winning Arsenal a free kick. So less than 20 minutes to go. Arsenal on course for a winning start in this Barclaycard English Premier League match. Opening day of the season. Easy for Wright to gather. Watson, that's a bit short. Gravison got there ahead of Ljungberg. Chadwick trying to get him beyond Cole. Cole does ever so well, because Rooney was on there as well. He was crowded out. Cole winning a 1-against-2 situation. Gravison trying to switch play. And here's Radzinski. Momentarily it opens up for him. Gilberto just caught him. And this could be interesting. Rooney wants it, of that there is no doubt. Just looking to edge this into a shooting angle. And bit of a touch by Gilberto. Not an awful lot, but again, referee Halsey right on the button. Very close to the incident. And no doubt. Fulham are now 3-1 up over Middlesbrough. Louis Saha with their third goal. Rooney's going to have it. Stubbs might want it. Took one in the first half, but Rooney is far more likely to get Everton a goal from this situation. How many players in the wall? 6 in the wall. Will it be Stubbs or Rooney? It will be Rooney. Here got a bit of a touch. Nobo drives it across, nearly takes the head off Steve Watson. Here, if anything, headed it away from goal, and then Yobo's cross was hit with too much power. They may well have given Steve Watson a bit of a headache. Arsenal ahead on goal attempts, and ahead with the goals too. Well deserving of their lead. Particularly bearing in mind they've been down to 10 men for most of the game. This is Parlour. Gilberto in space, but was too slow. Radzinski got back well. And now it's Naismith for Everton. And Parlour got back well at him. Looking to release Henry, who is offside again. Sooner or later, you just feel that he'll be the right side of the blue line. He might be in on goal once more. Fourth offside. It's a bit casual by Lehmann. Lauren just gets him out of danger. Immediate danger, that is. And Arsenal bringing it away with Parlour. Bit of a collision with Gravison. It's gone Arsenal's way. Gravesen felt he was completely innocent. Parlour felt he just stood in his way and stopped his progress, and it's earned Gravesen a yellow card. We get a good angle of it here. Gravesen just turned his shoulder into Parlour. Cole. Vieira got just enough on that. Roberto through the legs of Radzinski. Lauren. Henri. Yobo for company. Looking for Ljungberg. As far as Henri again. Shall we dance, says Gravesen. We'll settle for the free kick, says Henri. Where is he? Whee! Whether or not it's cramp after running alone up front for the best part of 50 minutes or so, I'm not sure, but Henri gets up gingerly. Could it all be a ploy just to make Richard Wright lose his concentration for a moment? No, looks like Henri is needing some treatment. Lewin to provide it. Means that Ljungberg will try his luck from the free kick. Took a deflection! And that took it onto the bar. Keown. Henri waved back on. Parlour. Keown in the right wing position. Settle for the throw, will it? That's what he's got. And how close was Freddie Ljungberg here? Took a deflection, I'm pretty sure of that. Off Chadwick. Wright was struggling. Smacks the face of the crossbar. Lauren. Gilberto. Henri. Back on to haunt Everton once more. Lee Tier having a couple of swipes at him. They still can't get the ball off Thierry Henry. Vieira. Henri with Parlour to his right. Lauren offering an outlet to his right. Radzinski gets back well for Everton. Naismith needs to clear. Just caught Toure. Just stretching, just trying to get to that ball first. Toure went down and looked in some pain initially. Seems to have calmed down a bit now. But it will be a yellow card for the 17-year-old. Well, there's always a story around Wayne Rooney. On this occasion, it's not a happy tale for the Everton youngster. This is why he's seen yellow. Just caught Kolo Toure just above the right knee, it seems. It's an aspect of his game that many would like to see stamped out. David Moyes would say it's just over-enthusiasm. Tell you that Wolves have got a goal back against Blackburn. It's Blackburn with a commanding lead, 3-1 the score there now. Everson scoring his first goal in Wolves' colours. Great skill by Vieira, a sidestep in between Watson and Gravesen that made the Everton pair look somewhat foolish. Lee Tier on for Radzinski. Rooney in the middle, Watson arriving now. once again, excellent defensive work by Arsenal. First Lara and then Gilberto. And it's Parler. Try and bring it away for Arsenal. Forced the challenge from Lee Tier, which is going to bring another yellow card. Everton's third. And again, they can't really be any complaints, can there? It's a rash challenge. Nowhere near the ball. And Lee Tier gets his first yellow of the season. Just over 10 minutes to go. Arsenal in command. And we'll be making their final substitution in a moment. Away by Stubbs. There he is, Francis Jeffers, once of Everton, possibly soon to be of Everton again. Rumour mill has us believe that David Moyes wants to take him back to Goodison, possibly even on a season's loan. Vieira. Henry for Parler. And again. Yobo. Rooney still chasing. Torre wanted Lehmann to come. The German keeper decided not to. Rooney felt he was held back a bit by Keogh in the charge for that ball. Gravison. Naismith to deliver left-footed. And again. Watson got in the header. And Lehmann makes an easy save. Hasn't really been tested, the new Arsenal goalkeeper, apart from that incident in the opening exchanges from Chadwick. Watson got up well here. He's good on these situations, climbs well. He's on target, but not enough power really to trouble a goalkeeper of Lehmann's quality. Did you see the push, I think, is his question to referee Halsey. Clearly the referee didn't. Stubbs. Everton needs something dramatic and out of keeping with the rest of the game. Arsenal look comfortable. Stoney looking near post. Lehmann came, and Lehmann gathers. All encouraging sights for the Arsenal faithful. Probably 50-50 split over the decision to release David Seaman. But on today's evidence, admittedly it's been fairly limited. Jens Lehmann looks a more than able deputy. Stroke replacement. Stuart Taylor, who managed to get in 7 of the last Premiership games last season, but always expected Arsenal to go for a more established goalkeeper in the summer months. Woody throw has found Lee Tier. Pistonian, loads of room. But what's the cross like? Again, it's poor. The Everton fans claiming vociferously that it came off Cole's arm. Not been a good afternoon for them. Weimer must have got a touch to Naismith's cross here. There was no need to, because it was going nowhere, just the slightest of touches. Well, I've seen him just have a word with Keogh about the need to talk back there. Arsenal will hope it's not too costly. Lee Tier. Yobo. Naismith. Radzinski. Goal! Everton back in it. Has that goal come too late? They don't think so. As they check their watches, they will see there is still the best part of 7 minutes to go. Arsenal, for once, couldn't clear their lines. 4 marks to Naismith. That's a great ball. And a wonderful finish by Radzinski. Invitation, go on, hit it. And Radzinski met the challenge. Onside. Torre played him onside. And the little touch by Lehmann from Naismith's initial cross did in the end prove costly. How costly remains to be seen. 5.5 to go. Vieira underhit the ball to Henry. Stops back for right. And his save from Vieira now looking even more crucial. Can Arsenal hold their nerve? Or will Everton provide a sting in the tail? A sting that looked most unlikely. Unsworth. Rooney. Is he caught by Keown? Suddenly the challenges are dialing in, and Leeds here could be in trouble here. He's already been booked, and that was late on Keown. Well, I think he is very fortunate not to have seen the yellow card for the second time there. The challenges were coming in thick and fast. Did he stand on Keown's toe at the end? Everton eager to get on with things, and Arsenal equally eager just to calm things down and slow it all down. All means it's an exciting climax. Trying to battle back possession. Everton guilty of giving away another free kick, which will give Arsenal the chance just to eat up more precious seconds before threatening the Everton goal again. The possession in the second half just slightly favouring Arsenal. Vieira with a free kick. Wright takes it. What's the distribution like from the Everton keeper? It's picked out Watson. Everton suddenly have belief. Pistone on the overlap. On towards the goal scorer Radzinski. Back to goal. Pistone with the cross. Good header clearance, and who was it but Vieira? The Arsenal captain doesn't let you down. Parlour caught by Leatia. And is this the second yellow? It is. It's the red card for Leatia. Well, he was fortunate not to go a short while ago, and now the red card shown, and Leatia didn't last very long, did he? He's only been on the pitch for about 10 minutes, and Leatia probably ends up in tears in the Everton dressing room. An innocuous challenge, but certainly caught Parlour, and having already been yellow carded, and having just escaped with a similar incident less than a minute ago, it was always going to be dangerous. But can Everton still get an equaliser? Here's Chadwick. Arsenal looks stretched. Watson, Vieira across, and Everton have won themselves another corner. And suddenly they're glad that they stayed on. It looked a hopeless cause with 10 minutes to go, but now Everton asking all the questions. Pistone's delivery, free header for Yobo, should have done better, and he knows it. For once, good delivery by Pistone, completely and utterly unmarked Yobo. Couldn't keep the header down. Way off target. Never scored in the Premiership. It's a better header by Yobo. Parlour. Vieira. A little bit risky by the Arsenal captain. Gets back and dispossesses Watson. Looks to release Henry. Henry caught by Yobo. It's a painful blow. Henry looks in trouble, but the referee has waved play on. Everton have kicked the ball out now, enabling Henry to get some treatment. It was a genuine attempt to get to the ball by Joseph Yobo. I think he just catches the back of his right foot just down the Achilles tendon. Oh, that is mightily painful. It's quite a discussion. It's quite heated, but I think Yobo has got away with it in more ways than one. Reluctant forgiveness from Henry. I can't believe that he's not got a free kick out of that. It's going to be very interesting to see how many additional minutes Martin Halsey decides to add on, as both managers stand in their technical areas. Moyes will want a lot. Wenger will not want much. 3 minutes it is. I would have thought at least 3 minutes. Is 3 minutes enough for David Moyes' men? Yobo. Bastoni. Only partially away by Cole. Watson forwards for Rooney. Now then, is this his moment? Cleared by Cole. I'll tell you that they've had the ball up again, and it's now 4 minutes of added time, not 3, 4. So Wenger will be even more disappointed with that. Tempers beginning to fray in the August warmth of the opening day of the season. Both teams down to 10 men. Both teams looking tired, but right now, of the two sides, Arsenal looking a little bit more heavy-legged. Watson does well. Ljungberg is back there for Arsenal. No thought in his mind about just keeping the ball. And he'll hope now that he's not punished. Watson looks for Rooney. Rooney gets away from Lauren, but the foot was high. Having already been booked, he just needs to calm down a bit. We've already seen 2 reds. Frustration so evident in Wayne Rooney's face. Away by Yobo. Referee House just felt that Henry was just looking for a little bit of afters there. Came in on the blind side with no real possibility of getting the ball. Right, trying to steal a good 10 yards. It's a full house at Highbury. Most of them have stayed right to the finish. What a finish we have in store. Arsenal, to all intents and purposes, hanging on at the moment. Hanging on to 3 points that seem so comfortable until Lazinski pulled that goal back. Gravison. Watson has got up again well and has beaten Ljungberg, and it's away and behind by Cole. Rooney is the chant that goes up. What's his delivery like? Who's going to be the hero in blue? It's a hero in red and white, Nkyo. Gravison turns it back in early. It's a good punch by them, not needed in the end because the flag was up. And the good old offside trap that Arsenal perfected down the years, working to good effect. A minute remaining. Parlour looking just to keep possession. So close, Gilberto, to finding Henry. As it is, Everton have it back with Gravison. Away by Toure. On by Vieira to Ljungberg. Now then, what will he do on this occasion? Tried dribbling it last time and got into a bit of difficulty. Back for Cole. On for Vieira, who's found space. Gravison and Watson. Excellent play, just retaining possession. Arsenal have done enough, it seems. Henry to Parlour with Lauren to his right in space. And that's it, the final whistle goes. Arsenal have hung on. Arsene Wenger kicks off the new campaign with 3 points. Both he and Moyes saw a player each sent off, but Henry's early penalty has set Arsenal on their way. Radzinski pulled a late one back for Everton, but the goal from Robert Pires midway through that second half is enough to give Arsenal 3 points. It's finished at Highbury on the opening day. Arsenal 2, Everton 1. And here's the story of this afternoon. Henry winning the penalty off Stubbs. Clear use of the arm by the Everton captain.